This week, Anthropic released a new feature for Claude Code called the Agent View, and today I want to walk you through it. I've been using it for the last couple days, and it's quite nice, especially if you're managing multiple teams of agents working on different things. So to get started, all we need to do is run Claude Agents, and that will bring us into that new view, which kind of lists out the different sessions that you have open. So each of these are different Claude Code sessions I have working on different things that I can interact with or jump into. So you can see here that it's broken up into a few different views. One is needs input, there's things that are working, and there are things that are completed. And one thing you can see here for the completed is this green kind of arrow, the green symbol on the left, as well as the dot on the right. So that means that there's been a PR that's open. So you can actually see PR statuses as well as kind of like the CI status for those. And if we work through, we can see that I have a couple that I'm working on. So there's Home Assistant, there's some for sales proposals, and another PR here for adding a research step to the blog post repo. Now I can do a few things from inside of here. One is I can actually start a new task in the background. So that's what I have on the bottom for the chat. And so I'm going to go ahead and do that right now to kind of demonstrate what that looks like. So one thing I wanted to dig into was I've noticed that for newsletter signups, some analytics haven't been catching. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is kick off a session for that. So I'm going to just go ahead and describe the problem I'm having. I want you to go ahead and use the button down skill to analyze my subscribers and break down what it looks like from the perspective of UTM campaigns. Store this in my Obsidian vault. So I'm going to go ahead and hit enter. And so what you can see is that under working, there's now a new session. So this was started in the background. And if I want to, I can move around this list using my arrow keys. And on here, I can hit enter. And this will bring me into the actual session here. And so it's still thinking. And if I want to go back, I can hit the left arrow and go back to this agent view list. One of the other things I could do is hold down shift and I can start reordering this list here. And that's inside of the working, so I can't move it manually. So if I go up to here to needs input, hold down shift, use the arrow keys, I can go ahead and sort these as I see fit. Another thing I can do is as this is working, instead of having to pop directly in, I can actually hit the space button. And that brings me here to a point where I can actually reply and send some feedback without having to dive directly into the session. If I hit space again, that closes it. Again, if I go here and hit space, I can now see that this was a PR and PR86 was merged. Space again closes that out. We're waiting here where I want you to says that there was an exit code. So let's go ahead and hit enter to pop into it. We can see it got all these subscribers and now it's analyzing the data. So you can also go ahead and move with your mouse and kind of hover over to do things. I can click into one of these and go ahead and see that as well. And as you see on the top, if you look right now for this session, you can see that it's inside of the documents, my vault, my Obsidian vault. And as I go through, I can see here that now that I'm hovered over the Home Assistant, if you look at the top, it says config Home Assistant. So you can see where that session is actually going and where it's running it. So what if you have a already existing session that's running and you want to bring it into this view? So one of the things you can do if you want to bring in an existing session, so let's go ahead and run here. Let's actually start a new session, not with agents. And I'm just going to give it something to do. I'm going to tell it to give me a list of the current notes that need to be processed that are inside of 0, capture, and process. So go ahead and send that. And so it's going to actually start doing something. Great. So now that that's done, I can actually run backslash and do BG. So you can see this is background, says continue this session in the background and free the terminal. So if I hit that, it's going to go ahead and background it. And if you notice up top, it's already there in the list for working. So it's gone ahead and backgrounded the session. And if I go here, I close this out, I can now go ahead and see it in my agents view to grab it. So I can go ahead and pop in and I can pop out, I can do space and I can go ahead and sort it if I wanted to. So go ahead and sort that. So that's how you can kind of bring in another session. So one of the other things you can do is, let's say for this one, I'm now done with it. If I go ahead and I hit Ctrl+X, that will let me delete it. So you can see here, it stopped it. But if I need to hit Ctrl+X again to delete. So if you do Ctrl+X twice, that'll go ahead and delete the session or the agent that was running in the background. A few other things you can do as well. So if you do question mark, you can look at some of the other shortcuts or keyboard shortcuts that you can use. One is Ctrl+T to pin something to the top. So for example, if I want to pin this, I hit Ctrl+T, and you can see that Home Assistant is now pinned at the top of the list of agents, as opposed to being categorized into one of the other groups. And if you hit Ctrl+T again, you can unpin that session. So if we hop back in here, it brought in a list of things into my vault, which is great. Now, one of the other things you can do is if you're inside of the agent view, if you use @ you can actually go ahead and mention a repo. So if I do @ Galarza, you can see here that it's going to start this in the repo, analyze my landing pages for SEO. If I send that, it's now started yet another session inside of there for that thing. So I can use @ pointing at a repo or a folder, and it will go ahead and do that execution there. So that is a quick look at the new agent view for Claude Code. I will leave a link to the docs in the description where you can check out more. If you found this useful, please like and subscribe. And if you're interested in more content like this, check out my newsletter, which I will leave a link in the description below. Until next time, see you in the next one.